Presto music guide to note values. We're going to help you understand it, but not only understand it, you're going to understand it and be able to implement it into your music, okay, to make you the best musician you can possibly be and help you reach your ultimate music potential. We're going to start off with this note. We're going to call this a quarter note, okay? A quarter note is a modern common term for this type of note. Now, the old traditional terms of semi-breve, minim, crotchet, quaver, they are perfectly valid, okay? They're still in use today, but these modern common terms are going to make things a little bit easier. That's why we're going to stick to those. We're going to call it a quarter note, and that's going to help us work out the names of the other ones in a minute. You'll see that. So this is a quarter note, and it's going to receive one beat. It has a value of 1 beat for now, okay, it changes later on, don't worry about that, you'll see that in future ebooks at prestodevelopment.co.uk. Let's give this 1 beat. If I give a beat all the way through like this to you guys, okay, what you're going to do is clap with me. Now each of these is worth 1 beat, so all we do is clap, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see each of those notes is worth 1 beat, it receives 1 beat. Now this is a half note. Now you know that a half is worth twice what a quarter is worth, okay? A half is twice as much of a quarter. So this receives 2 beats. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice that I don't count 1, 2, 1, 2, because in my bar of music, a bar is just a block of music. In this bar of music, you would count all the 4 beats in that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if each of these is a half worth 2 beats, and I just have 1 note here, if there's just 1 note in that must be worth the whole thing. There we have 1 note worth all 4 beats, the whole thing. So this is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you have 1 note worth 4 beats. You'd clap and hold it, getting used to it. If you're playing it on your guitar or your keyboard, whatever the case is, okay, you would, if on the keyboard, you'd play it and hold it for a count of 4 beats. 4 beats, 2 beats, 1 beat, half a beat each. Now these are called eighth notes. And when you have 2 eighth notes together, they're beamed over the top like that. I'll show you separate ones in a second. But when you have 2 together, this is worth half a beat and that's worth half a beat. Think of this again so far. 4 beats, 2 beats, 1 beat, half a beat each. Now this one goes 1 and 1 in the middle, 2 and 1 in the middle, 3 and 1. That's going to be an awful lot to say there, okay? This is beat number 1, this is beat number 2, that's beat number 3, that's beat number 4, this is beat number 1, and you've got a quick one in the middle. You haven't got time to say and 1 in the middle, so we're just going to say and. This goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if that's the pulse, each of these was worth 1 beat, so it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. This rhythm goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so as promised, here's that 8th note on its own. Notice it's the same kind of thing as this, except it has just a little flag on it there. Instead of it being beamed to another, because it's a single one, it has its own little flag. Alright, that's how you know that this is an 8th note. Now look at this. This is a Presto method of making sure that you understand and easily can recognise and work out how many beats they're worth. We started off with just a whole, just a circle, just a whole note, a circle, okay? And then to halve its value, it was worth 4, but now it's worth 2. To halve that value, we just stuck a stick on it. We did one thing to it. We put a stick on that note. It's now worth 2. If we take one of these but do one thing to it, colour it in, it's now worth half as much. That was worth 2, colour it in, it's worth 1. Okay? This is worth 1. If you start off with one of these and just put a little flag on it, you've halved its value. You've done one thing to it. So think about it. Circle, worth 4, it's a whole note, worth 4, put a stick on it, it's worth 2, colour it in, it's worth 1, put a flag on it, it's worth half. Do one thing to it each time, it's worth half the value it was before. Easy way to remember these note values. Now what we're going to do is we're going to practice clapping through this to make sure you understand it all. Now we're going to set a track running at the same time, okay? And you're going to clap all the way through this. We're going to do it line by line, and then we're going to work our way back up and back down again, okay? Make sure you're happy with all these rhythms. Okay, here we go. Count you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, make sure you practice that, make sure you're comfy with it.